Nice quick cues tonight. Playing against Scaldi. I believe he was a Shops player last time we played against him. Yeah, Jim, it should be sick. I'm pretty pumped for this wishboard. I think there are some spicy ones in here. I think this is probably one of the the worst ones, and so is this, but we won't talk about that. So round 2 of the Vintage League with Cunning paradoxical stuff. See how it goes. We're on the play versus Shops, which is always good. Not the strongest hand versus Shops, but not the weakest. I want to hold this probe for our mentor. So I'm likely to play Ruby top and 4-1s are good. 4-1s don't hurt. Likely to play Ruby top and spin. Try to set up for a turn 2 mentor plus probe. We'll see. Our Shop's opponent is figuring out if he wants to go to 5 cards. We do have our Hercules Recall in our hand already, which is a nice one. And we do have a non-wastelandable land. So, got a lot going for us versus a presumed Shop's opponent. This is a pretty much uncastable card, but that's okay. So, we're going to go with what I mentioned before, where we lead with top. And we're going to spin now. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. We need to find a white mana for our mentor, though. So we'll have to see. We need to be able to get down. We probably will end up casting this probe without our mentor, unfortunately. What cards were I suspect of? I mean, I think this Brain Freeze is probably useless. And I think that this mission briefing is probably bad, but we'll have to see. Maybe we go off and we want a Brain Freeze. Maybe we don't. Alright, this is a pretty good 6 from our opponent. Yeah, you got a sphere. This is a second sphere. That's pretty awkward. Man, we are gonna have fun. And by that I mean we're not gonna have any fun. Thankfully we do have this Hercules Recall, and we know that we have a Tolarian. We're probably not playing oh my gosh. No. I thought I can play this. I need to cast this, target you, pay the life, pay the mana. So he has nothing left in his hand, whereas we have a Tolarian Academy. Him having nothing left in his hand makes me really want to play this Tolarian Academy. We're going to get completely blown out if he draws a Wasteland, but we... No, we can't put the Tolarian Academy in play. It's too important. We'll just spin on upkeep instead. So we're going to take a little bit of a beating for a couple turns. We're going to see how well the top of his deck treats him. We have to spin our Blightsteel away. Makes me wish I had played Probe on turn 1. Could have been a mistake. But let's see if we have a fetch land. Mono uncastable spells, huh? That's kind of awful. We can't even cast Tinker if we wanted to. I guess we can cast Tinker if we... we can cast Tinker if we Hercules this turn. I guess that's fine. So we'll play Talarian out. Oh no, we can't Hercules this turn because we need our full 4 mana. So we could draw Tinker this turn, draw Time Walk next turn. No, that's gonna draw our Blightsteel. Draw Tinker this turn. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. I guess we can always repeal his mocks at the end of turn. But that exposes our Talarian. Yeah, not me. I don't know what was happening. Apparently I think everybody missed round 1. I restarted the stream after round 1, so that'll be up on YouTube. But we cunning wished our way out of it. So, I guess we get to spin again right now. A force is interesting. Alright, so we'll set up for our Hercules, and we'll just see if that gets us there. We're going to hold back our Talarian. Worst possible things that can happen to us are he draws Strip Mine, or he draws Thorn, or he draws Sphere, or he draws Metamorph. Those are all really bad for us. All the rest of them are not horrible. No Rod's pretty bad for us. Rich Res is one of our best things you can draw. So we're going to go with Academy, and we'll set up a Blightsteel turn with our Hercules Recall. So if he did draw Wasteland, we probably just lose, but there's not really much we can do about it at this point. If he plays another Sphere, we at least can Force of Will. But Wasteland does kill us pretty much on the spot. So it looks like it wasn't a Wasteland, which is good for us. This spell pretty much doesn't... Oh, that's frustrating, because that's one of the spells that matters. I could repeal a Sphere. I could not repeal a Sphere. Nor can I repeal a Revoker, so I think I actually have to counter this Revoker. As awkward as that is, because if I let it resolve with the floated mana, I bounce everything back to his hand. He replays a land and 2 opals and then 2 spheres, so that's no good for us. So we have to counter this one. Thankfully we have a dead Pio in our hand, so no problem there. We will spin again. We gotta make sure we keep this Blightsteel off the top of our deck. That's a good draw. It's a good draw for sure. We'll definitely take that. So we now have 5 mana and can Tinker right now. That puts the Time Walk away, but if he decides that his only option is a Metamorph, it's pretty reasonable here. So I think we're just gonna jam. Oh, I think I wanted to put the top away, not the ruby. That was a little bit of a mistake, but that was a bit of a mistake. I want the mana. I don't need the top. So he's going to stand up Factory here, and we are going to Hercules Recall him after blocks. I think the Cunning Wishes are all coming out, unfortunately. This is the matchup that I thought I would probably just be boarding them out for Hercules. So our Blight still has Trample, and he sees no blockers, so he has infected our shop's opponent. I think the wishes are coming out, sad as that is for the home team. I would rather have our Force in the main, and I'd rather have our Hercules. I'll take a Steel Sabotage. I do want a PO. Maybe a push is fine. I don't typically like to play Cruise. I don't want a Yogwill. I don't... Repeal's fine, but I'm not overly thrilled with Repeal. Mental Misstep is obviously a cut. So this puts us in a reasonable looking spot. Hercules might just be... Echoing Truth sounds better than a Repeal anyways. Hi, roommate. So we'll board into real PO, I guess is what we'll do here. I think this is the only matchup that we do that in. Because the rest of the Cunning Wishes package, I think, is actually pretty good versus the rest of the format. But shops in particular, we can't really spend 3 mana to go get another spell. We would rather just pack our deck full of Hercules, Recalls, and Answers. This hand is like fine in the vacuum, but not good against shops. So I believe I'll be mulliganing it. I'm gonna shut this door. I'm really sad that everyone missed round 1 though. We got to Cunning Wish on turn 1 for a PO, and then turn 2 PO him. It was lit. I'm gonna mulligan this one. Hand is fine, not great. We'll take it though. It's got mana. It's got some unwasteful-endable mana. It's got a Force of Will for an early turn that matters. Some fast mana with Vault. Pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. He's got a Workshop turn 1. It's pretty bad for us. 4 mana to cast Lowstone Golem. A Traxos Scourge of Krog. I almost think I don't care, but I don't think I'm so greedy as to try that one out right now. Oh, that's a sweet one. We'll do that. We have to get some action, but I think we're in a nice spot. Crucible of Worlds. You know, Scaldy, just can't let that resolve. I just don't want to get strip mined out of this game. Alright, he has a sphere too. He's got a lot of lock pieces. What up? Moderator, Von Strom. If there's a reason Shops is one of the best decks in the format. Imagine if they had 8 sphere effects. Imagine if they had 12 sphere effects. Imagine if they had up to 16 sphere effects. I look back at some iterations of Shops that I didn't have to play against because I wasn't playing Vintage at the time, and it blows my mind because they're insane. They're just super, super overpowered. So he doesn't really have any threats again, and that's a good draw for sure. I could have played... I want to get this pedal out now. I could have played Fetch Land, but then I would have still had to use Vault to cast Push. So he drew a Wasteland. I don't think he'll hit my library. It doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna hit my library. So we do have the Fatal Push for this factory, which is kind of nice. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. The old shops lists are nuts. So we'll put them on 0 threats after we use this push, which is pretty sweet. Of course, we don't exactly have threats of our own. We drew all our reactive spells, but they were pretty good, so I can't complain too much here. We will take this too, just so we can see if he plays a creature post-combat. Yo, Stromley, the merfolk have been running over vintage challenges recently. A couple in a row, actually. I think they won 2 in the last couple months. Alright, he's out of things, so we're 100% going to push this factory over the edge. Alright, so we're just looking for like Paradoxical or Mentor, some kind of card like that right now. Some kind of value card. I would take a Snapcaster. I would take a Paradoxical Outcome, you know, the classics. We will play, will we play our Crypt? Do we play our Crypt here? Man, I think we have to play our Crypt. I'm not really thrilled about it, though. What's good? Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta remind him to pick up some soap at some point.
Soap or
Yeah, like hand soap in the bathroom.
Right, yeah.
I can do it. I just gotta stop. I don't think I'm gonna play this Crypt out. I think it's a little bit of a liability. I'm gonna go grab another Underground Sea, try to protect this one, and we're gonna get the Mana Crypt out. The Mana Vault out, sorry. So we still have no action, but he is on top deck mode as well. So he did draw a spell. 7 mana. Oh man, he drew Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista is scary. I would crack this Lotus too, right? It's like a 7/7 Walking Ballista or something. Five Walking Ballista. That's a one turn kill right now. Bless. So we need to figure out something quick here. I was looking for a Tinker, but a Ponder might do it. I think I'm going to tap this Vault because we're probably doing it anyways. I'd like to save my blue mana if possible here. I think we're looking for just Tinker. Yeah, we'll shuffle that up. We hit Pio, but we're still underneath a sphere. I guess we can bounce the sphere. So I guess we could have led with bouncing the sphere, but we didn't have any actual things at the time. So if we use our mana to bounce the sphere, we then still have enough mana to Pio. So I guess we'll go in on that. We'll play our top out. And then use the pedal. The top will be worth more. Alright, so we don't have any more blue mana after this. But we are drawing 4. That's a lot of blue mana. So we got Crypt, Vault, top. I'm gonna lead with Preordain. Vault top. I guess we can spin first. But we know what we're getting no matter what. So it's probably better to just lead with Preordain here. You're still looking for like a Tinker. Lotus is not bad. Lotus is pretty good, right? So if we keep Lotus and then we can get a Pio again with our Vampiric and our is there a better thing we can do? No, we can just get Tinker. We just get Tinker. I'm trying to think if there's a better line than that. I think it's just Tinker. We could also get... Yeah, Mentor is not very good against Ballista. I think Tinker's fine. There's no Tendrils in this deck. There's a Brain Freeze in the board. We don't have any wishes in the main right now. So we could still get Pio, but we don't have our top in play. So I think it's just Tinker. There's not really very many ways we lose by doing that, I don't think. So I'm down to just get Tinker here. You can't pump it up enough. I guess we don't want to do that. We want to get rid of our Mana Crypt. Alright. We've produced a Blightsteel Colossus. He has a Sphere in hand. He can pump it once. So, barring a second Ballista off the top, we should be in decent shape here. A Metamorph off the top is bad as well. A Foundry Inspector off the top is bad as well. 6 goes down to 3. Shit, we can't attack with our Blightsteel now. If we attack with Blightsteel, he stands up factory, blocks, goes to 9 poison, swings back and kills us. Oh, I mean, we could do that. This is the vintage I know and love. Just be a really powerful wizard, chat. That's what you gotta do. See, this is what it's normally like when I play vintage, not like last night. This is the kind of draws I expect. That's just good deck building. Okay. See, if we put some bad cards in our PO list, I really think we're much better off, guys. I think that's how we do.